Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Alex and this is Alex in Wonderland. So I was accepted for a Disney professional internship back in October, and so now for my first video I'm going to be doing the DCP/PI tag. So the first question is, how did you hear about Disney professional internships? So I actually heard about Disney professional internships back when I was in middle school. I heard about the college program from one of the girls that was working in Epcot and got to talk to her a little bit and get to know about the programs and just the research I found the Disney professional internships. The second question is, how was your interview process? My interview process actually went really well. I did about 5 interviews and all of them were really great. Everybody was super nice. I really loved talking to everybody and getting to meet people. There were a few hiccups with timing for some of my interviews, with miscommunications in emails, so make sure you check your emails and know what time your interview is so you don't have that happen. But other than that, everything went really well. Question number 3 is, where were you when you found out? So I know everybody says they have this really crazy story for where they found out. Mine's just kind of awkward. So I actually found out when I was sitting on the 3rd floor of one of the lounges in my engineering building. I got a random phone call from a Florida number, which at this point I had recognized from having different interviews and phone calls. Like, not expecting it, because I wasn't supposed to hear back from either of the PIs that I was like still in the running for until the beginning of the following week, and I heard back on like Thursday. But I picked up the phone right away and like answered a few questions, and then I was told that I was accepted for my PI, and of course I freaked out and I was walking in the hallway just pacing back and forth for like 30 minutes on the phone, and just people just kept walking by, and I was like trying not to cry, and then ended up going and sitting back down and freaking out, and I was still kind of crying, and there was a guy sitting across from me at a different table who like definitely noticed that I was crying but didn't say anything. So it was just this weird, like, he knows I'm crying but I'm also smiling while I'm crying, so we just kind of ignored it. I ended up actually waiting to tell my parents until that weekend because they were coming up to my school for a football game, and I told them when they came to visit me right before the game, and everybody cried and it was great. The next question is, what is your role and what other PIs did you apply to? So my role that I was accepted for is Walt Disney Imagineering Project Management for the Epcot team. So I'll be working at Epcot, yay. And I applied to WDI Project Management, WDI Construction Management, a regular Disney Construction Management position, a General Engineering PI, as well as an Animal Kingdom project support role. So the next question is, how did you find your roommates, and are you living in Falcon Square? So I found my roommates on the Facebook group, which is super helpful. I would definitely recommend getting onto the Facebook pages as early as you possibly can, because as soon as acceptances start going out for all different PIs at all different times, everybody is looking for roommates right away, and I was lucky enough to find my roommates really early, which worked out super well, and they're all really, really nice. And I am living in Falcon Square. I decided that since it was my first time working for the company, that living in Falcon Square would just be probably the easiest decision for me. What will you miss during your internship? I'm definitely going to miss my family and my dogs, because my puppies are my best friends. They're my fur balls. And I'm definitely going to miss all of my friends that I made in school, and my house of my family of 20. That's definitely something I'm going to be very sad I'm missing out on, but it's also an opportunity that I can't pass up. And I know they're all very excited for me, and I love all the support that I get. The next question is, what's your favorite park? Okay, so I have trouble with this question because my favorite park for the longest time was definitely Epcot, and also the fact that I'm working there just makes it that much better. I also really love Animal Kingdom because Flight of Passage is my favorite ride in the entire world. That's just how it is. But the next question is, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get there? I think the first thing after I'm an official cast member or Imagineer, I guess, is definitely watch Happily Ever After and Goodnight Kiss in Magic Kingdom. I've watched Happily Ever After and I've seen parts of Goodnight Kiss, but I've never stayed to fully watch all of it. If you don't know, Happily Ever After is the fireworks show in Magic Kingdom, and Goodnight Kiss is like a cute little goodbye light show on the castle where Mickey talks a little bit and says like good night and goodbye and like thanks for coming and have a magical day and everything. So I think that's something that I really want to do when I first get there. The next question is, what's number one on your Disney bucket list? So my number one on my Disney bucket list, which I have told my roommate many times, is I want a picture in each of the 4 parks at night when it's like mostly empty. So I don't want like anybody behind me, like that iconic picture of Main Street, like with just me in the castle and there's no one else around. But I want one in each of the 4 parks. So I'm sure I'll have time to get that, but that's definitely my number one. And then the last question is, what's one thing you want to take away from your internship? So I really would like to make connections when I'm there. I want to make connections with like other interns, but of course I really want to make connections with all the people that I'm working with, because this is my absolute dream job and I want to be able to do it full time for Disney, hopefully after I graduate. Yeah, I really just want to get to know people and make those connections so that hopefully they will hire me at some point. Okay, so that's all I have. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you real soon. I forgot all of what I just said.